I always knew that balance is crucial in a relationship. Patience, understanding, the ability to feel each other. It all sounds beautiful in books and movies. But what if one person is always in a hurry, while the other runs out of energy too fast? At first, I thought it was sweet. I would smile as he complained about being tired, bring him tea, cover him with a blanket, letting him rest. Back then, I believed that taking care of him was a sign of love. But over time, I started to realize, it wasn't care, it was sacrifice. Every evening, he would come home and sink into the couch like a drowning man grasping for a lifeline. He would bury himself in his phone, scrolling through endless feeds, yawning, postponing me until later. "Let's do it tomorrow," he would say, not noticing how my patience was wearing thin. I waited for him, I wanted him, but all I got was an exhausted look. And then, one day, something inside me broke. I wasn't looking for it, I didn't plan it. But he entered my life so effortlessly that I didn't even realize how much everything was about to change. Young, full of energy, as if made to match my rhythm. He didn't need reminders, no excuses, no hesitation. With him, I felt alive. At first, it was just glances. Then, accidental touches. And then, not so accidental meetings. I didn't know yet how far this would go. But one thing was clear, there was no turning back. I'll take a short pause here. Let me know in the comments where you're listening from. Have you ever experienced something similar? How did you deal with those feelings? I'd love to read your thoughts. And of course, if you're enjoying this story, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Now, I continue. I tried to resist. I told myself it was just my imagination, a fleeting attraction, a spark that would soon fade. But the more I fought it, the stronger it consumed me. For the first time in a long time, I felt alive. That fear of being caught, that sweet moment when our eyes met in the crowd, secret messages, accidental touches hiding something much deeper. It was dangerous. It was wrong. It was too tempting to stop. The line was crossed so naturally, as if it was meant to happen. He appeared at the exact moment I needed him most. Where one had grown tired, the other caught me before I could fall. With him, I didn't have to wait, didn't have to ask, didn't have to remind him of my presence. He knew what I needed and gave it to me without words. By day, I was the perfect wife, smiling, cooking dinner, listening to my husband as he complained about work. But by night, I belonged to someone else. There was no exhaustion, no rejection, no promises postponed until tomorrow. But the longer this game went on, the harder it became to hide the truth. My husband started noticing changes. "You look different," he said one evening at dinner, studying my face. "Did something change?" I froze for a moment but quickly forced a smile, looking away. "Just tired," I replied. His eyes lingered on me longer than usual. He didn't ask anything else, but I could feel it, he was starting to suspect something. For the first time since it all began, a sharp wave of fear ran through me. But fear had arrived too late. I thought I was in control. That no one would find out. That my secret would stay hidden. Every meeting felt like playing with fire. The thrill, the trembling hands, my heart pounding so loudly it felt like the whole world could hear it. He pulled me close, his warm lips brushing against my neck, and I forgot everything. That night was no different. I closed my eyes, surrendering to the moment, when suddenly, a vibration broke the silence. Annoyed, I reached for my phone, expecting something unimportant. But the message on the screen made my breath hitch. "I know." 2 simple words. A chill ran down my spine. The air thickened, the walls felt like they were closing in. I pulled away from his arms, frantically gathering my things. He said something, but I couldn't hear it. Everything inside me had frozen, except for one thought: I had to get home. The drive felt endless. As I opened the door, I held my breath. My husband was sitting in the living room, calm, composed, as if he had been waiting for me. In his hands, there was no phone, no photographs, no proof of my betrayal, but a ticket. For two. You thought I wouldn't notice? His voice was quiet, yet it carried more weight than any scream. I might have been tired, but that doesn't mean I was blind. I expected a fight. I expected pain, tears, accusations. But his eyes were empty. We're leaving, he continued. Far away. Somewhere he'll never be able to remind you of what you did. I stared at him, unable to speak. He wasn't asking. He wasn't yelling. He was simply deciding for both of us. I had always chased adrenaline, excitement, something that made me feel alive. But now, fear wrapped around me so tightly I wasn't sure if I could still breathe. Share your thoughts about this story in the comments. Have you ever experienced something similar? Your opinions mean a lot to me, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like so you don't miss the next thrilling story. Wishing you a wonderful day. To let me know you listened until the end, write in the comments, I see everything.